You're watching TelecomTV's coverage of the Mobile World Congress 2015 here in Barcelona. I'm joined now by Howard Wu, who is Head of Product Line, Cloud Hardware and Infrastructure with Ericsson. Howard, thanks for talking with us on TelecomTV.
Thanks for having me here.
Our pleasure. Ericsson has an announcement this week around cloud. Can you give us the details of what this means? Because this is quite significant.
Absolutely. So for Ericsson, we basically did the announcement today of our partnership with Intel in developing the next generation data center infrastructure. And that is, we're really bringing to the market a revolutionary product in a very innovative way to handle a cloud infrastructure that enables hyperscale.
Why is it revolutionary, and what is it you're doing that's innovative?
Yes, so the piece that we do, of course everybody knows Intel, Silicon CPU company, and old-time IT company, one of the best in class. They've architected something called the Intel rack scale architecture. And by doing this, you actually start separating the components on the board level to different, so it gives you better performance, it gives you better economics when you do lifecycle management at a data center scale. And sort of these things are, when you run one or two machines, they may not matter, but when you run hundreds and thousands of servers, any cost efficiency can become quite a huge number. So that is where the revolutionary part comes. The other part that, interestingly enough, for Ericsson to bring to the table is that we are a traditional networking company, and from the greater scheme of things, we've seen the convergence between IT and network. So we bring some of our own secret sauce in the expertise that we've built doing radio all these years. And we apply that with what Intel knows, and this is our new product.
Now, you mentioned Hyperscale there. Now, we're seeing Hyperscale in terms of the big web companies as they ramp up and their cloud involvement. We don't really see Hyperscale yet in telecoms.
Yes.
Are we going to see it?
That's correct. We will see it, because if one actually fundamentally thinks about the types of companies that need a hyperscale, I mean, that's a great point. Last 5 years, we've seen the web companies hyperscale. A lot of us really don't think of these software services companies as a hardware company, but they've gone the route to make their own hardware. And the telecom operators in the last 5 or 6 years, we've seen them either try to build a cloud solution themselves, or they try to buy off-the-shelf cloud solutions from IT companies and stitch it together and make it work. The challenge there is most of the IT companies really don't fundamentally understand our customers and their business case the way Ericsson does. So we've actually, this is a lot driven from demand, even by our own customers saying, Ericsson, as the world's #1 supplier into telecom operators, do you have a cloud solution for us? And so we've looked long and hard in terms of the strategy, our customers' unique business case, their technology challenges, and we've addressed everything that way. And this year is the year that we actually break out with a whole bunch of product lines and into the market.
Is this part of a larger move towards software-defined networking and software networks?
Absolutely. So one of the trends we've seen in the industry is a trend towards software-defined everything, including on the hardware side. So when we say hyperscale, we means how do we actually help the companies when they manage data center to scale horizontally? And while you scale horizontally, when you have numbers, you have different challenges, like management challenges. So how do you manage all the different infrastructure that has different software and applications that's running on top? And how do you manage across all of these different islands in a way that is both unified and efficient and cost economic space?
Now, you've said about how you help in terms of the hardware and the infrastructure, but when we're looking at large cloud centers, there's also governance issues, isn't there, with data. So do you provide help and assistance in that as well?
Absolutely. So as the world becomes more sensitive around data, and this is a sort of a global macro political thing that's going on, the issue around data objects and how do you govern and secure. So one of the most interesting challenges in our day and age is, 15 years ago, most of us didn't have that many digital assets from a personal and a work life experience. But today, most of the large enterprises, most of your personal photos, everything is in a digital asset category. How do you actually manage that in a way that you can control your data, you know where it lives, you know where it's stored, and you can pull it up anytime you want? So when you have, I mean, personally, I don't know about you guys, personally, my photo collection at home probably spans over 100,000 pictures. How do I actually pull something on demand that my wife wants to see, the particular picture with our kids? I mean, that's a challenge across your both personal and enterprise side.
As you say, you scale that up across the billions of data connections we're going to have.
Absolutely, and that is just increasing exponentially.
Great. Howard, thanks very much for talking with us on Telecom TV. Much
No
appreciated.
problem. Thank you very much.